discretion is advised.
3, 1, go!
Adam Carolla and Dr. Drew. Loveline, coast to coast.
It is Loveline. I'm Adam Carolla. That is Dr. Drew over there. Phone number 1-800-LOVE-191. Fax number 310-854-4455. Dr. Drew is a board-certified physician and addiction medicine specialist. Tonight, our guest, the ladies' man from Saturday Night Live, of course, Tim Meadows is here. Welcome back.
Thank you very much. Thanks for having me.
I was just thinking, Tim's on a grind because obviously the movie's coming out Friday, and he's doing the press junket, and he's probably not thrilled to be here, but that's okay. We don't really care. But
we're thrilled that he's here.
We're happy he's here, and
I'm happy to be here.
We know what it's like to, not that we're in any kind of demand, but on a smaller level, you know, go-kart tracks. Drew, you opened a Smart and Final Iris out in Conejo, I think it was a couple of weekends ago. Ukaipa, right. The point is you got to be a whole bunch of places you don't necessarily want to be, and then you got to act like you want to be there. Yeah. But all I'm saying is you don't have to act like you want to be here on this show.
Can I just go to sleep in the corner?
Whatever you want. Fetal position. I'll wake you up during the commercials so you can break wind and have at yourself.
You don't have to wake me to do that.
Okay. All right. We're glad to have Tim. I guess Tim was in here
8 months ago?
No. I think longer.
Years.
Year
and a half?
I think it's been a year plus. Yeah.
It's been about 2-3 years.
No, I think it can't be more than a year and a half, can it?
Who knows?
All right, who cares? All right. Well, I'm not saying that as a slight to Tim. I just mean it's not interesting to the people who are listening, whether it's here 18 months or 22 months ago.
I don't care.
I know, neither do we. The ladies' man, which I always thought was a very funny character on Saturday Night Live, and one of the few, and I don't want to paint myself in the corner here, but Drew, as you know, I have no range as an actor or an impressionist.
Right. Even more so, you have a dearth of good things to say about other comedians.
Well,
I mean, it's very rare that he says something positive about somebody else, especially sketch comedy.
No, I'm not going to say something positive about Tim Meadows, if that's where you think I'm going. What I was going to say is I do a small and mild impersonation of the ladies' man that I don't work on, but it happens to be when I have, as Dennis Miller says, the range of a Daisy air rifle when it comes to acting and impersonations.
That's the ladies' man? I thought it was Minka.
Now, I do Minka, the number one Asian big boob porn queen, and I do Tom Vu, who used to sell real estate late night.
Who is also Minka.
Who does the same voice as Minka. And I do a little bit of ladies' man, but I'm going to have to work it out before I got back on like John McEnroe. That beach steps up, I'm smocking the hoe. Oh, yes, I do Tim, the Russian rapper, too. I forgot about that. But no, I'm sorry, not Tim. Team, which is totally different. I don't want to go down that road. All right, so thanks for coming in, Tim.
Thanks for having me.
And you know, the ladies' man, the bits look good. I mean, the commercials I've seen look funny.
Yeah, we are very happy with the movie, and I feel like I've been answering these questions like for the past 2 weeks, so I'm going to try to make it different.
No, you know what you should say?
The movie sucks?
No, but I was watching, I see everyone talk about their movies, and it's the same old rap, and they sound like a used car salesman after a while. Yeah. Say this, here's what I would say if I had a movie. I'd go, listen, this isn't the best movie that's ever come out. I'm not going to kid you. But on the other hand, I wouldn't say it was good if it wasn't. This is my reputation. This movie's funny.
Wait. He doesn't have that much energy.
Oh, he doesn't?
Way too much energy.
Yeah, it's way too much. It's too complicated.
You want to say ditto, then?
Yeah, I'll just repeat whatever you say. No, I'm very proud of the movie. I was very happy to get it made, and, it's a really fun character to do, and people seem to like it a lot. And
did Lorne Michaels come to you and say, let's do it?
He said, he asked me to write a script with the two guys I work with. And so we took a summer and wrote it, and they liked it, and they gave us very little money to make it, and that was it.
It seemed to me, and of course this was just watching the commercials, that it sort of seemed like the thing could stand on its own, regardless of whether you're familiar with the character or not, which is, I think, some of the problems some of the other Saturday Night Live spin-off movies have had sometimes, which is the characters, you got to love them, and then they start to wear a little thin.
Yeah.
This guy seems kind of likable the way he is.
Yeah, he is likable, and I think part of the thing that makes him, interesting to watch, and is that the fact that he is, you don't know that much about him, and we don't have like catchphrases. We don't have, I think the Cavassier thing and whatever. We don't have those things that easily bore
Right.
the audience watching it every week. And this movie, is there's a lot of things you don't see in the sketches that we don't get time to do. You sort of learn more about what his life is like in Chicago, and he has a radio show a lot like this, and he gives out not his advice is not as good as the advice that you guys give.
Oh, that'll remain to be seen. All right, so again, coming out, the ladies' band coming out this Friday, and that would be the 13th, and we'll hop on the phones and speak to Joel. Joel? Did Joel hang up or just get off speakerphone? All right, good enough. Ian?
Yeah?
You're 14, what's up?
What up? First of all, what up to mayonnaise? You rule.
That's my rap name, too.
That's my main mayonnaise.
You totally rule, Adam.
Mayonnaise.
And what up to Brian L. too?
Man A's. See?
Mayonnaise. All right. I was fingering my girlfriend last Saturday night, and
This guy is the ladies' man.
Right.
and when I pulled my fingers out, there was blood all over them.
I see. And do you think you killed her?
Well, I don't know if she was screaming like I had, but
Oh, please.
Oh, how dare you. And how old is she?
what? She's 14 too.
I see. All right, what do you think, Drew?
You don't... Is it possible that she was menstruating, Ian?
I asked her that. The phone screen asked me that too, and she wasn't.
How do you know that?
What? Because she told me. I asked.
Yeah.
She had not been, but now she is.
Is she a virgin?
What? Yeah.
Let me tell you about women in the vagina. All bets are off. Sometimes when they're not, you can, like, get them going, right? Can't you,
Not
like,
what?
kind of kickstart them a little bit?
Kickstart what?
Well, let's say
Menstrual?
their period was supposed to start.
Absolutely you can. Sexual stimulation can trigger a period in some women. And that's all he's got
is
going
that
here.
because that area becomes engorged with blood?
Yeah, so perhaps
Really?
some of it. Yeah, but
It was like a lot of blood.
that's fine. She started her period.
How big are your hands?
But they're just like normal size. They're not like Charles Barkley hands or something.
Oh, okay.
And you don't have any kind of Super Bowl or championship or graduation ring that you wear on the fingering hand?
No, not that night.
I see. No gaudy Liberace-esque type of jewelry?
Don't think so.
Okay.
Relax, Ian.
All right, Ian.
All right.
Hey, Ian, maybe your could her hymen have broken?
No, because
Nah.
she's used dildos before. So.
Oh, there
I
you go.
see. All right. 14.
And
Nice.
Adam, also my family is like part Amish, I guess, or something. But we haven't had cable for so long.
Ian, you sound Amish. Just the way you use language, the way you treat women. I would. That first thing occurred to me. I thought Amish. Yeah.
I thought...
His brother's name was Hezekiah.
I got to be honest, I thought Quaker.
Yeah, well, okay.
They're
I'll give you
close.
that, yeah.
No, I'm actually Christian, but I'm finally getting cable, and I'm getting the Man Show now.
Oh, yeah. Hey, that's on tonight.
Oh.
Great. Oh, thanks, Ian.
All right.
All right, I'll see you in hell. All
All
right?
right. See you when I get there.
All right. My family's... First off, I picture part Amish. I picture a guy with just one big, long pork chop sideburn down to his chin and no mustache and nothing on the other side. It'd be like part Amish. Like, we use a... and we don't use a horse-drawn carriage. We use a carriage, but it's got a Briggs and Stratton on it. Like, what part Amish? Oh, his parents have to be disgusted. I wonder what Man Show's on tonight.
Oh, cut it out.
Sunday nights, everyone. Comedy Central. Heather?
Hey!
What's up?
I want to say hey to Tim Meadows.
Hi.
Hi. Here's my problem. I'm gay, and I recently met this guy, and he was into a lot of drugs before. So I started having a relationship with him, and I think he started to do drugs again because all his friends do drugs.
All right.
Well, people that are addicts don't suddenly stop being addicts. They don't. It's a disease. It's a progressive disease, and it doesn't remit without some kind of treatment. So while people can stop and start, there's always progression. There's always return. That's
Okay,
the way it is.
The thing is I don't even know why I'm attracted to him because I mess around with a lot of guys, and I'm gay. I just don't understand why I'm attracted to guys still.
Well, I'd guess just a guess.
I'm going to guess what Drew's guess is
Yeah.
going to be. Dad?
Dad is an addict or an alcoholic.
My dad's an alcoholic.
Right.
Amazing.
And that is what sort of helped fuel your sexual orientation.
Well,
which
wait
is-
a minute. Well, something could have... What do you think turned you into a lesbian, Heather?
I'm not exactly sure. At first, I always thought I was bi, and now I'm just gay, but I still mess around with
Were
guys.
you sexually abused?
No.
Okay. It was Dad physically abusive?
No.
He's just a raging alcoholic.
Yeah. He's not like, I mean, he drinks, but it's not like he's like hits me or anything.
But why do you figure you're lesbian and into men?
I don't let them do anything to me. I just do things to them, and I don't understand why.
Hey, you got a sister?
No, I have an older brother.
Was he
Did he do anything to you?
on him or anything? Did anything ever happen to you beside alcoholic dad?
No.
You never raped?
No.
And you just do stuff to guys?
Yeah.
And you don't allow them to do anything to you?
I do sometimes. With this guy I have, but I don't understand why.
Okay, hold on a second. What we got here is a full-blown lesbian who has sex with guys.
Right. Right.
It's like, I love, the thing that's funny about our show is everything unravels in due time, but it doesn't have to be that way. It's like, I'm a lesbian, I really like this guy, well, I just do things with guys, I do stuff with them, I don't allow them to do things with me, except for most of them who end up doing stuff with me.
I'm trying to figure out the problem. Is there a problem in this?
I don't know. Heather?
Yes?
Yeah, what is the problem?
I don't know, because I don't know if I should be with him or not.
She's asking why is she with guys
Well,
like this?
how old is he?
He's 17.
All right, and he's a drug addict?
He used to be.
There's no used to be a drug addict.
No.
He's a
Everyone's
practicing
drug
addict again.
The thing is I smelled cigarette smoke on his jacket, and he's like, oh, I'm having problems at home again, so I started to smoke because it made me feel better. And I'm worried that if I do go out with him, because I don't want it to be like a sexual thing, or me worried all the time that he's going to be out with his friends doing drugs.
All right.
Listen, Heather, you ever heard of an organization called Al-Anon, or Adult Children of Alcoholics?
Yeah.
Yeah, you go to get some Al-Anon at your belt here. Because you're still affected by having the alcoholic dad. And it's causing you to make some unpleasant or unhealthy choices with your male partners. Whether or not, what your sexual orientation is, I can't figure out. I mean, I'm completely confused, so it's no wonder you'd be confused, too.
Okay.
So just realize you're confused. You need a little Al-Anon.
Hey.
Settle down.
And Heather?
And don't forget to see the ladies' man.
Yeah. That's coming out Friday. This Friday, all your troubles magically melt away, and your sexuality will come into focus.
Alrighty.
I guarantee
Thank
it.
you.
Oh,
She
yes.
will be firmly lesbian at that point.
You'll be digging a man with a fro. Was that a wig, by the way?
Yeah, it was.
But you could get that going, couldn't you?
Yeah, no, I couldn't.
You couldn't?
My hair would not stand up.
I could get that going.
You got it halfway right now.
How dare you? How dare you come in here?
Ooh, look at your hair.
I really could do that. No problem.
No kidding. It's there now.
How dare you? Oh, my God. Billy D. Williams is coming in here tomorrow night.
Yeah, he's on the movie.
Yeah.
What is he plugging?
He's
Well,
plugging
Ladies' Man.
Ladies' man.
Oh, I didn't know he was in the Ladies' Man.
Yeah.
I gotta look at that.
Hey, wait a minute.
You didn't see, don't put him on the commercials.
Well, we're trying to save some of the,
Oh, well, we just ruined it.
best stuff for the movie.
Oh, look at that. How'd I miss it? Page 14, column 9. It's right there in black. It's right there in small print. Well, Billy D. Williams. Okay. All right. Well, listen.
He's
Whatever.
doing a different Ladies' Man movie.
He's doing the musical. Whatever you don't get to tonight, we'll get to with Billy tomorrow, so no
All right,
pressure.
good.
Billy, come in here and mop up as usual. Liz,
Hi.
you're 15. What's up?
How is everybody?
Good.
Good, thank you.
Okay. Actually, I don't really have a question about ecstasy. What causes insomnia, whatever?
Insomnia?
Lots of different things. So it's most often depression, particularly if it's associated with early awakening. Like you go to sleep and you wake up in the middle of the night and can't go back to sleep. Adam, listen carefully.
Yeah, that's me.
I have that too.
You do?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Especially right now, I think it's because I'm doing so much junk.
So much drugs?
No, so much heroin. I can't sleep.
But it's there's stress, anxiety, all that figures into sleep.
Yeah.
Well, look at it this way. When you have a lot on your plate to wake up to the next day,
Your mind can spin with that.
your mind will spin. Like when you're camping, you sleep pretty good because it's like, what are you going to do? Well, I'm going to make huevos rancheros and whack off. you know what I mean?
Yeah, your camping trips are sound great.
Yeah. It's good times. Not in that order. All right. Hey, Liz?
Yeah.
There you go.
What are you experiencing?
It's like, okay, like I'll go to sleep like at 10, but I won't be able to fall asleep until like 3 in the morning. And then I'll wake up at 5 and be just laying near my bed for like an hour.
Are you depressed?
I don't think so.
Anxious?
No.
You're not worried? You don't have troubles and worries?
You're not thinking about things all night?
Not really. I just lay there.
Well, they should have also medical evaluation. Thyroid disease can do this. Manicness, being manic, hypomanic.
Don't you think, though, when people say, I get into bed at 10 o'clock and I lay there until 3 before I fall asleep, wouldn't you wager that somewhere in that 5 hours they're sleeping?
Yes, most people. Or
you're not just staring at the ceiling for 5 hours.
Or they're getting dysfunctional sleep.
Yeah.
They feel like they're awake the whole time.
That's what I get.
Sleep. Yeah,
I get dysfunctional sleep.
So she could have other sleep disorders. She could have obstructive sleep problems like you have, and the nasal passages are obstructed.
Right. Well, when you got one foot in the grave, that's the way it works. But I saw my grandma today. Speaking of reasons not to sleep, she whipped out an article on sperm. Sperm dying in truckers. Because apparently too much time in the saddle.
Too much rattling?
Too much warmth down there. Your sack comes in about 94 degrees, whereas the rest of your body's 98 or something. Mm-hmm. And when it gets between your legs for long periods of time...
Comes on up.
Yeah, comes on up.
That's nice. It's
thanks for that.
Very important.
Was she worried about you because you sit down a lot, or you're a trucker?
I think... Speaking of balls, she likes to bust mine with
whatever
little tidbits of sexual information she knows that makes me uncomfortable. Vicky?
Yes.
You're 30. What's up?
I have a crush on somebody that's 18 years old.
Mm-hmm.
That's not good.
Are you divorced?
Yes.
Recently divorced from a sort of abusive relationship?
No.
It was a beautiful relationship.
It was okay.
Why did it end?
Just a bunch of little problems.
Like what?
Well, we were together for a long time. We were high school sweethearts, and just wore out. Marriage just wore out.
Who wore it out?
I think the both of us did.
Really?
Somebody cheated?
No.
So it was a mutual thing?
Yes.
You both decided to end it?
Yes.
And it was very quiet ending, friendly ending?
Towards the end, it got a little rough.
A little rough.
Fighting?
Well, he wanted to get back, and I didn't, and that type of thing.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. And he does he drink?
No.
We found that older women that tend to pick on much younger men oftentimes are sort of rebounding from a relationship that was unpleasant. And this is just sort of a non-threatening way to get involved with a male and just keep him around as sort of a toy.
Yeah, you get to have sex and have people give you attention, but there's no potential for a real relationship.
Well, I'm not really looking for a relationship.
That's the point. That's what we're saying.
All right, well, good.
He may be, though, so be careful. He's 18.
18-year-old guys are weird.
18 is a lot different than 22, by the way.
Think about if you were 18 and hooked up some 30-year-old.
You could be harming him, right, Vicky?
Well, we haven't gone out or anything. I mean, I know...
Harming.
No, it could be harmful to him if he gets really attached to her and she just doesn't give a damn.
Yeah. And he's going to come over like 4 in the morning, drunk on wine coolers and do a Brody on your lawn with his moped. I know how these 18-year-olds are. I was 18 once.
Okay.
And so are you not? Are you having
demand to get his mitt back?
You're not
catcher's mitt.
Oh, how dare
baseball
you!
mitt.
Are you having? You're not dating him yet.
I'm not dating anyone. No.
That's good.
But you want to date him?
I don't want to date him. I just want to
have sex with him.
Yeah.
And what is your relationship with him?
I don't want to say because he may be listening. I don't want to say, but I see him a couple of times a week.
Pool band?
No,
she don't have a pool. She's lucky if her apartment has a pool.
You're in a position of authority over him, are you?
No.
Okay.
But listen, every 30-year-old woman's in a position of authority over an 18-year-old.
Formally, like in an employment situation.
All right, but really, I got to know what this guy. You see him a couple days a week. You don't?
Yes.
Do you have any kids?
No.
No.
Few.
Okay, and you show up somewhere where he's at.
Twice a week.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, is it some kind of
3 times a week? Yes.
3 times.
Does he work out where you work out?
Yeah, sort of.
He works out where you work. Oh, he works where you work out.
He's like a trainer.
Yeah.
Something like that.
Trainer.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Nice. Yeah, he's going to get you back in shape. You're on the open market. Build your confidence up, whether it's through the weights or through the fleshy barbell, as Drew likes to call it. When we're off the air, of course. All right, Vicky. Well, listen, have fun. What do you care?
So it's not, against the law. I won't go to jail.
No, you'll be fine. I mean, as far as in terms of God, sure, you'll be punished, but not in the eyes of the law. See you in hell too, Vicky.
Thank you.
Hey, but Vicky, listen. Let me give you a little prediction.
Okay.
I bet you may get back together with this guy of yours.
The husband?
Yeah.
Karnak. Why?
It's a possibility. It always happens that way. They'll only get back together for about 6 months, but they might get back together again.
Yeah.
Here's my point. Do not tell him you banged around with the
18-year-old.
spotter at the gym. You understand?
Yes.
Okay. All right? Fine. All right. Good times there. Tim Meadows is our guest tonight. Of course, the ladies' man coming out this Friday.
Thank
and
you.
then the real ladies' man, Billy D. Williams, will be in here.
I wish I was here tomorrow.
night. Well, it's a short 23 and a half hours away. You can make it. And my neighbor, John Cryer, will be in here later on in the week. I think I'm going to actually pick
The
him up.
volleyball team coming in, too.
Oh, the gold medal beach volleyball guys?
Yeah.
Oh, that is nice. All right. We'll take ourselves
You're
a little
gay.
break. When we come back, we'll talk to Stephanie. She's 22. She's pregnant, doesn't know who the father is. And when they say that, they don't mean like when I say to you, when you act that way, it's like I don't even know you, man.
No, they mean like there's a few candidates.
Oh, I see. Okay. All right. I got it. After this. Hey, it's Loveline. I'm Adam Carolla. That is Dr. Drew over there. Phone number 1-800-LOVE-191. Tim Meadows is our guest tonight.
Howdy.
8 seasons, 7 seasons, 8,
9.
9 seasons.
9 long
9 long, grueling,
seasons.
arduous, in the dentist chair, getting root canal seasons on Saturday Night Live, and now with his first big breakout movie, The Ladies' Man, coming out this Friday. And again, Billy D. Williams will be in here tomorrow night to talk about The Ladies' Man as well. Well, we won't talk too much about tonight other than to say it's funny and it's coming out this Friday, the 13th. There you have it. Are you going back Saturday Night Live?
No, I think I did my actual official last one yesterday in New York. And just came on and did Ladies' Man on Weekend Update. And that was pretty much it.
And that's it.
I think I might be there this week, but I'm done. I'm doing a Michael Richards show.
Oh,
on NBC.
right. And who's gonna who's doing the news on Saturday Night Live now?
Tina Fey and Jimmy Fallon.
Well, they're gonna go back to like the Jane Curtin, Dan Aykroyd sort of thing.
Yeah. They did the first one last night. And it was pretty. It turned out good. It was a lot of nervous energy, you know.
I could imagine.
They were funny, and I was really proud of Tina because she, Jimmy's been on camera a lot before, so he's sort of used to it. But she was out there for the first time. She's a former head writer at the show.
So now she's in front of the camera. Yeah, I always I enjoy the news on that show, regardless of who they have on there, because I like the jokes.
Yeah.
I like the writing. I like Norm Macdonald a lot, but I liked all of them a lot.
Yeah, I did too. I like Norm. Norm and Colin, I thought were both great.
I thought Colin was great too.
Yeah.
I mean, he didn't seem like a newsman at all. He seemed like a teamster.
He seemed like a guy who took over he like broke in and started doing the news.
Yeah.
Like he threatened
From
somebody.
Beirut.
Right, like one of his buddies from Long Island had a gun to the cameraman's head, like up in the booth, like to the director's head, going, "Keep it rolling, wise guy." He wants to talk to his girlfriend. Keep it rolling. Yeah, that's what it looks like.
Yeah,
but even if he doesn't seem to have that demeanor, the material was still really funny.
It's funny
I thought.
because Colin is smart. He's a smart dude, and he keeps up in politics and all that stuff, and he really enjoyed doing it. He likes being being an opinionated dude.
Right, a place where he can express
Listen,
himself.
I just flew in.
Yeah, I understand.
Complete sentences.
No, that's why Drew likes this show, because he has
too.
opinions, and he likes to keep them to himself and hear me blabber about high school and how much I hate my parents. Right, Drew?
That's basically what I do.
That's why the show
I must like it.
tailor-made for you. You have opinions that are your opinions, that you keep to yourself. Thank you. Stephanie?
They're personal opinions.
Your personal opinion. The word personal is right in there. All right, go ahead.
Stephanie.
You're 22.
Well, basically what happened was I ended up in this situation where a couple weeks ago I found out I was pregnant. And it wasn't a planned thing. It's just an accident.
Who's the guy?
There's no specific guy.
You don't. Okay, so is this you?
Hard to understand that one.
Yeah. How many guys?
With a couple of different guys.
Couple of guys.
Yeah.
2 guys.
Yeah.
2?
Huh?
2 guys?
Yeah, 2. But
Yeah.
neither one of them was serious.
Okay.
I see. And what were their nationalities? Like
One was white and no, both of them were white.
I see. Well, that'll make it easy. And
Why are these things?
Actually, I'm black.
oh, you're black?
Yeah.
Well, either way, you're going mulatto, right?
Yeah.
Right. Okay. So now, what do you want to do?
I don't know what I'm gonna do.
How far along are you?
In 8 weeks.
Oh my.
8.5 weeks.
And you were just sleeping with these 2 guys, but you weren't serious about them at all?
I'm in college. It was just like, you know, like we go out on the weekends and we mess around and we have fun, like me and my girlfriends. And
Yeah,
I was on the
no kidding.
pill, and I didn't think this would ever happen to me.
You took the pill properly?
Yeah, I was living in Great Britain for a year, and I was still on the same pills I was taking when I was over there. I got off them, and I was gonna try new ones, but I was still on them when. Well, I don't know. It's all a bit confusing.
You weren't taking them properly.
What kind of college you going to, by the way?
It's not a community college. It's a really university.
Really?
Yeah, I'm about to get my degree, actually.
San Diego State? Northridge?
No, in Arizona.
Arizona. Oh, damn! If you just give me another heartbeat, I was gonna get to Arizona. Yeah. Yeah. All right. Well, that's not a real college. That's a 4-year junior college. I should go around and make a list of the junior. I know San Diego State is not a real college. It's a 4-year junior college, and there's many schools in Arizona that fall under that heading as well. I knew there was something going on. So listen, Stephanie.
I'm not a stupid girl.
No, I wasn't implying that you were.
I'm not a stupid person.
Okay. Now listen to me. What are you going to do with this kid?
I don't know.
Well,
I don't know. It's like I think about it, and I think, I've been putting off a lot of stuff. I'm about to get my degree. I've got job offers. I can go and teach in different countries. You know, I could go back to Great Britain, or I could go and teach in France or Japan. And, those are the type of things I wanted to do my whole life.
right. I remember when I was getting out of junior college.
Stephanie, you can always give the child up for adoption. Somebody who's ready to raise a child. Lots of people out there ready for that.
What do the mulatto kids go for?
It would be a decision made on the best interest of the child.
I know it would, but then there's like just the conflict with my family is that they would want the baby if I were going to give it up.
It's not their baby.
I know, but that's like.
All right. Well, what about an abortion?
My parents want me to do that, and they're giving me the money to do it.
Oh, they're supportive of you.
That's nice. All right, go with the abortion.
That's so easy for you to say, but it's not. I saw my baby on the screen, and I saw its heart beating.
All right. Okay, you're right. But go for the abortion. No?
It's so hard.
Okay. Listen, you got 2 choices. You got adoption or abortion. And either way, you got to make the decision soon.
I know. I'm supposed to get it done this weekend, but I don't know if I can do it.
All right. Well, then go adoption.
Well,
and what about adoption? Now, what about the obligation to tell the biological dads, if any? And listen, I don't really care about guys. I know I'm a guy, but I don't like them.
I got a referral to a family law person that wants to make commentary on some of the stuff like this they actually give a phone number we can call in, a family lawyer, these kinds of questions.
10 o'clock at night?
Yeah.
Are you kidding? All lawyers are drunk after 10.
Well, she may be drunk, but she'll give us good advice.
Oh, it's a she?
Yeah.
Lesbian.
But listen, one thing that
listen.
Stephanie needs to do is make sure she gets proper support and talk to people who can help counsel her through this.
Yes.
Because it sounds like she's trying to go this alone, and that she's going to have a very unhappy time of this. Even if she has the abortion and thinks that things are sort of, she's washed her hands of this, I predict she'll have a lot of mood problems as a result.
All right. Who we got to talk to? I don't want to
You know
talk
what'll
to
cheer her up, though, is if she goes see a movie.
Called The Ladies Man?
Whatever. I don't care.
Wait a minute. Yeah,
Thank
hold
you.
on a second. Stephanie?
Gone.
No, it's not there. Let's say she's a black woman, Billy D. Williams in this. You know, they love Billy D. Hey, Drew, I know this may be a little upsetting, but in terms of adoption, how do you think it goes racially? You know what I mean?
I don't know.
You figure the whites are on top, right? They're going the most.
I think most people that want to adopt want to adopt. They're not.
You don't think?
In fact, I was just talking to a woman.
Is that a bounty on like Asian kids or? Like
no, the pilot they did with Kennedy. We had this woman that set up adoptions, and she found that she was saying that people that love children want to adopt them want a child.
What about
that's it?
What about boys and girls?
Not in this country.
Doesn't make a difference.
No.
You know what I'm saying? You don't think more people want to adopt a male, let's say, than a female?
I think people that want to adopt want a child. Period.
Really?
Yeah.
They don't. You don't want to. Look, I want a car, but I don't mean. I don't even want to kick a tire and look around a little bit. You know what I'm saying? No. That's where you're going with.
That's what this one was saying.
You don't want to give me like an order.
And listen, she was clarifying that. She said she finds that people want a child. That's
hypothetically, like Korean, Mexican, who'd be higher?
I don't know.
Who's better?
Tim, what do you think? In your world, what is it for you?
I'm just curious.
I have no idea. I would imagine it.
Work that list out.
Yeah, I have no idea.
All right.
Who's the best human beings? Let me see.
I know.
Well, Drew was saying a mix. You know, like mutts make the best dogs.
Yeah.
He's saying the same with people too.
Absolutely.
Mary?
Genetic diversity is the.
Well, it's true. I mean, look at animals that were like Cocker Spaniels and stuff that get inbred too long. They're really a mess.
Yeah.
The best ones are the ones got a little everything in them.
Yeah.
That's why all those, how come whenever those hot, there's always really hot chicks, and you always go, hey, what's your nationality? And they never go, Irish. They go, my dad is Portuguese, and he's got some Italian in him. And my mother, now they always weave a little Indian in there. My mother is black, and she's Mexican, and she's Taiwanese, and she's got little Cherokee blood, and whatever it is, it works. So they got like 15 things going on, but they never just give you a one. Claudia Schiffer's the only good-looking woman. It's just one. All the rest.
What's her one? What's her one?
Is she German and Irish? She's not just German?
No.
All right, well, there you go. She's half and half. But every time a beautiful woman comes in here and we ask her what her nationality, she gives at least 15 ingredients and then slips in a little Indian thing. That's where she gets her tenacity. I'm 1 million Chippewa. That's what gives me my tenacity.
I'm not fat.
All right, where the hell are we? Number one, Oriental Big Boob Queen. Yeah, that's Minka. You got to get into Minka. Are you into Minka at all?
Give Minka a thing.
Minka is a beautiful-looking Asian porn queen with huge breasts. And the reason guys are so into Minka is because she's skinny, but she had big boob. It was great. You know why men like me? No. I'm skinny, and I have big boob. I see. And is that what makes you the number 3 Asian big boob? No! I'm number 1 Asian big boob queen. Number 1? Yes, number 1 Asian big boob queen. Okay.
A plastic surgeon was impressed?
Oh, a plastic surgeon. You know why I have big boob? Why? My plastic surgeon, he told me I have thick skin. You have thick skin? Yeah, my skin thicker. You mean like you mean emotionally? No. You mean it doesn't matter what people say about you? No, my skin is thicker. I can have bigger boob. Really, Minka? And
very interested in money, though. Yes.
No, I don't care about money. Me don't care about money. Me have plenty of money. Me don't need money. Me want to be on Man Show. Me don't care about money. That's $150. I swear to Christ. I talked to her at a strip club for like an hour. She told me she didn't like money 700 times, and at the end of the night, she's like, $200. I'm like, Minka, you said you didn't like what you think I put in the gas tank of the car. I gotta live. Yeah, it's funny. It's funny when people give you I swear to God, she said she wasn't interested in money 100 times, okay, over the course of 2 hours. And then when I started questioning her, she's like, how am I supposed to live? I pay rent. And I'm like, okay, I'll give you the money, but which is it? Oh, she's so... Her knee is like a switchblade. She put her knee into it punctured my scrotum sac. She was so tough. Oh my God! Oh, it was great. Oh, we got to get Minka on this show, and we got to get. I think I got her card or something. We got to get Minka.
If she's anything like you portray her, we must have her. Yes.
You wait till you meet Minka.
She's skinny. She's not fat.
She's not fat. She's skinny, and she had big boob. It's like, hold on, Minka. Let me grab a pad and pencil. That's what. So you're saying guys? Now I always thought guys dug a big lard ass who was flat chested, but you're saying no. You're saying a guy like skinny with the big boobs. Oh, man. Man, I was like 180 degrees off my whole life. I thought guys a big wide ass and a totally flat chest, but you say no. I don't believe you. And then Tim, she tells me she got into it's like, how did you get into the porn here? My tennis coach. Like, huh? I come here, I be a professional tennis player. And one day my coach, he pulled me aside, he said, Minka, you get into porno, you get into adult movie. I thought, wow, you must be one hell of a tennis player. And you know, like when people tell you stories that you don't have the energy to pursue, like you go, oh, yeah, sure, you're tennis coach. Sure. If I had a nickel for every time I heard the old tennis coach got me in a porn store, I'd be a rich man now. Ann, we got to get Minka in here. We got it.
If she is anything like that.
Oh, she is more. I guarantee
Skinny,
it.
not fat.
You've seen the picture. #1 Asian big boob queen. Korean, by the way, not Japanese. It's the trade. The porn trade magazines would make her out to be. All right, we'll take ourselves a little break. Tim Meadows, the ladies' man, is our guest tonight. Movie's coming out this Friday. And we'll be back after this. It is Loveline. I'm Adam Carolla. He is Dr. Drew. Phone number 1-800-LOVE-191. Tim Meadows is our guest tonight. The ladies' man.
Cello.
Coming out this Friday. Let's see if we can, since the ladies' man does a radio show, let's see if we can find a call that doesn't have to do with anal rape or, let's say, herpes or maybe even abortion. I think we find there's something mellow in there, Drew. And
right now?
Yeah.
We'll just read that one.
All right. Peed on boyfriend last time they had sex. That sounds pretty good for the ladies' man.
Versus this one?
Should she dump boyfriend of 7 months for new guy she likes? I kind of like the urination one myself.
All right, go ahead.
You think those are your two choices? All right. We'd like to welcome the show guest sex expert, Leon Phelps, the ladies' man. He's going to...
Yeah, what's happening? It's good to be here.
Good to have you, Leon. Of course,
this is the ninth radio station you guys have here.
I'm sure it's similar to the facility you work out of?
No, it's not. It's a lot bigger.
Oh, this is nicer.
Yeah, this is nice.
No
you have
way.
microphones.
No, we have microphones.
No, they use a cup with the bottom cut out of it over there. We've picked up your show on the satellite a few times, and it's solid. I do enjoy it.
Yeah, thank you very much. You know, a lot of people have said to me that they compare us to each other, which I do not appreciate, because on my show it's basically me doing the advice.
Right.
I don't have some guy sitting next to me being funny.
Right, I understand.
So it's not. We should talk about paychecks too.
Yeah, we should.
I think some of you guys, somebody is overpaid, and it's not Leon Phelps.
It's not Leon Phelps.
He's comparing himself to me, you see.
Oh, I see. Yeah, I see.
He's saying the funny guy is getting overpaid.
That's right. How dare you. Mary?
Yeah.
Yeah. What's up? You're up with Adam, Dr. Drew, and guest advice person Leon Phelps.
Well, hi, how are you? Well, I have a question for you. It's that, I've been going out with my boyfriend for about 8 months, and the first time we actually had sex, I urinated on him during the process of having sex, and it's happened a couple times afterwards, and I was wondering why is it, and what could I contain myself? How
is it at the point of orgasm, or is it just...
Well, if he's going to smoke, that's what you do. I mean...
Put out the fire.
No, it's during intercourse.
But not during orgasm.
No, not during orgasm. It's during intercourse.
Leon, has this ever happened to you during the lovemaking act?
Well, yes, it has happened to me where I had to leave the room to go and use the bathroom.
But you never had one of your ladies urinate on you during the lovemaking
act? Not that I can remember. I go to sleep directly after I have sex, so if there's any going on, I do not know about it.
I see. And also, as Leon was telling me off the air, that is extra, if that's the kind of thing you want.
Mary?
Okay.
So are you sure it's urine and not female ejaculation?
Oh, no, I'm positive it's urine because, I mean, there's a large amount of it.
That doesn't mean it. Listen, some women just have a large amount of fluid that they emit.
But out of the course of 8 months, it's only happened 3 times during
And that's sort of typical of female ejaculation.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, but usually urinating, it's usually during orgasm.
All right, well, let's say it is urine. Then how's your guy about it?
Well, actually, he's pretty cool about it. It doesn't gross him out or anything. He's curious as I
guys are sort of proud of themselves, right? They produce something.
Usually.
In what position are you sitting when it happened?
Excuse me? Oh, I'm on top.
Oh, yeah, okay, that's a myth.
Yeah.
That's pretty myth.
Yeah.
He's going to have to get some sort of gutter system worked out on his belly.
Yeah.
All right. Hey, Mary, yeah. Would
Usually-
you... Yeah?
I'm sorry. It usually leads to better orgasms when I...
Well, yes, of course it would.
Hey, Mary? Yeah, well, what if you weren't on top? Would you still have the urination with the orgasm?
Well, like I said, in the course of 8 months, it's happened 3 times, and twice I think I've been on top and once on bottom.
All right. Let's see if you can stay on the bottom.
All right.
Could you do that? I mean, he doesn't care either, right?
No, it's just curiosity why it happens.
Right. And urine
It's
is...
probably just
urine is sterile, right, Drew?
Yeah.
I'm going to show the vagina.
To the ladies' man?
To the ladies' man.
Ah.
And because he claims to be an expert on women, but I bet he doesn't know many parts of the vagina. I'm going to show him the anatomy book.
You
we
get a
have
point
there.
at the parts and
Yeah, no,
have
okay.
name them?
What would you call that? Let's say right at the top. Let's just start from the top there.
That is the mountain. That's the mountain.
No, wait a minute.
And there's a crevice that you go into.
No, that's called prepuce.
Oh.
There. Okay.
Yeah, prepuce.
And then down a little bit lower. Like, what's that crater right there? What is that? Do you know what that is?
Well, listen, I've never been down this close before. Usually I'm on top and I just do my business and grab the money on the table and walk out.
Right, so you never actually... Now, what about this region down... down below the vagina, that other... What looks to be like a smaller vagina underneath the vagina? Drew, what is that secondary vagina for? I'm no gynecologist, but I know you don't need 2 vaginas. What would the lower vagina be that seems to be a smaller one that's a couple inches under the existing vagina?
From this position, it looks like the butt, but I am not sure.
Oh, that's not an auxiliary vagina?
No, I don't think so.
That's a drain.
What comes out of there?
Well, you heard this woman talking about the fluid.
Oh, that drain was a drain?
Plugged, yeah.
I see.
Yeah.
You ever plugged any drains, Drew?
No. Yes, I have.
All right. Oh, the ladies' man. God bless you. What a genius he is.
Listen, can I take that book with me when the show is over? Because the limo it's a long ride back.
45 minutes.
Yeah, I could take care of myself a couple times.
That's right.
Nothing more of turn on than the cross section of the female pelvis.
Yeah. Why waste that
A
partition?
sagittal section of the pelvis.
All right. Let's talk to Emily. Emily,
Hi.
you're 18. What's up?
I've been going out with my boyfriend for 7 months, and I've been talking to this new guy, and I'm having strong feelings for him.
Mm-hmm. Where's the new guy?
I met him in one of my classes.
How old is he?
17.
And how long have you been with your boyfriend?
7 months.
And is the new guy? Does your boyfriend and the new guy both go to the same school?
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
They know each other.
Why don't you break up with your boyfriend since you really don't want to have a boyfriend right now? At least not that boyfriend. Just get that over with.
Well, it's hard because him and I get along really well.
Yeah, but listen, think what you're going to do to him if you jump ship onto somebody else. That's not fair.
Especially a guy he knows.
Yeah.
That's not right.
You're not interested in that guy, right? I mean, you get along well, right?
Mm-hmm.
But that doesn't make a difference. You're not into him.
Yeah, not right now. Not at this point in your life. It's okay.
Well, what if I do this and break up with my boyfriend I'm with now and try to get this new guy in? Because he seems like he likes me. I mean, it seems pretty mutual.
It may not work out, but just at least give your current boyfriend the dignity of letting the relationship end before you carry on with someone else.
And listen, you know what's funny? Women treat boyfriends like jobs. You know what I mean? Where guys with their jobs, it's like, yeah, I got this gig. Well, I can't quit because I don't have anything else lined up right now, and I can't afford to go a couple months. I won't be able to make rent. What is that? I mean, I understand what it is, but I mean, if you don't like this guy, break up. And if things work out with the new guy, fine. And if they don't, all right, you don't have a boyfriend for 10 minutes. You'll make it.
Big deal, yeah.
You can always get the old boyfriend back, too.
That's true,
If
too.
you really want to be slick.
Very, very, very wise, Tim. Tim Meadows is our guest tonight. We'll take a quick break. We'll be right back. It's Loveline with the ladies' man, Tim Meadows.
Hi, everyone.
Oh, I scored. I try to squeeze something into that slot, and I'm usually unsuccessful, but I think that one kind of worked. Coming out this Friday, by the way, the 13th. Lucky Friday,
Yeah.
the 13th. And what do you, and you know, something I was thinking about, Tim is on a grind. He's, of course, this week is going to be doing a lot of promotions and staying up all night and getting up early in the morning and
Shopping malls.
flying back and forth to East Coast and West Coast and all that kind of stuff. And I thought to myself, you know, that's all good and well, but don't you think if the movie's good and it's well received, it'll do good business?
Yeah.
I mean, what you're
Yes,
doing can't hurt.
It
Don't
can't
get me
hurt,
wrong,
definitely.
Don't get me
But
wrong.
I mean, I don't know. I think they figure, you know, there's audiences that you might miss. Like, there could be a million people that listen to this show that don't watch SNL or whatever. So they,
Yeah.
you know, I'm just trying to, I'm trying to
audience-
do my part to. They gave me a lot of money to make this movie, and
Right. You got to back it up.
I got to back it up.
Right. Our audience is not they're a matinee group. They have weekdays off, normally daytimes, and they don't have the $8 to be strolling in on a Friday night. All right, so that is Drew. That is Tim Meadows. Billy D. Williams will be in here tomorrow night. I'm going to get him to sing the Brian song theme so I can start crying on the air for everybody. So, if I hear 2 bars of that goddamn song, I break down. I love Brian Piccolo.
I was going to say you should play that speech from Brian's song.
I swear to God, if I can give him to do 2 words from that speech, I'll start crying.
Have it typed out. Have it sitting right in front of him. Have him read
Got to
it.
pull that off the internet. Yeah, when Billy D got up there in front, Brian Piccolo, it was a made-for-TV movie from like 1970. It's a true story, and that's what I think that's what got me. And it was about a football player. I think that got me too. Brian Piccolo was a fullback for the Chicago Bears who died of cancer.
There was also footage in the film about, actual footage of the two playing together and stuff.
All right. Gale Sayers taking back a kickoff for 95 yards and all that. And when he gave that speech to the locker room about Brian Piccolo being sick and how he loved Brian Piccolo, that was it.
Yeah.
I remember I was trying to hold it together because my dad was sitting next to me on the sofa, and I was thinking, it's kind of funny. You're 8, 7 years old, and you're thinking, I got to be a man. No way am I going to let Pop see me balling.
Your dad in his,
After all-
his leisure suit.
Yeah, my dad with hair bigger than the ladies' man. Collar out to, actually, my dad's collar went out past each side of the sofa. I had to sit under it like a tent.
Like wings.
My dad was great because he got divorced. I think my dad and mom got divorced. Must have been like 71, 72. And my dad, who had dressed like Fred McMurray from My Three Sons for the last 20 years, was now a single dude in L.A., and he had to get some new threads and make the scene, because he's a bachelor now.
Right.
So I remember he went out to God knows where, and he made the scene. And, I'm looking at the picture of the ladies' man on the cover of the packet, and... it's about right. My dad had a pair of slacks that laced up in the front and in the back.
Imagine that.
He had himself like an Afghan shirt, and he wore clear glasses, non-prescription. Yeah, hair out here. I think he actually had the pick with the fist on it.
Oh, wow.
Although they didn't make picks with a lot of other stuff on it. You know what I mean? They weren't going to make like the white guy pick.
Right.
They make the black guy pick with the black one with the fist on it. And he had the pick because he had the ladies' man type hair, and he really had a look. I think he had some. Platform shoes. He really had it going on.
I remember my father, it was sort of the same thing. The worst thing my father ever wore was hot pants for men.
Oh.
It was the worst.
Oh.
They were like crushed velvet burgundy short shorts, and it came with a jacket that was like it was like tails, like a formal jacket.
Oh my God!
It was the worst outfit ever.
Was he like a DJ at a roller rink, or what did he do?
No, he worked he was a janitor at a hospital in Detroit, but he liked to get slick on the weekends and go out. But for some reason, like these hot pants they were like popular, like a short fashion trend for men. Probably lasted a month.
Oh my God!
And they actually had. I know I'm not imagining this, but they had, instead of pantyhose, they had mantyhose.
No.
So that it was like nylons for men.
The 70s sucked.
It was horrible.
Yeah,
It was horrible.
I know. What a time. Oh my God! Think about that. Think about what guys were wearing. My poor
In the 70s.
dad.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. And think about that poor son of a bitch. And thank God my grandma still has some pictures of him, some slides that pop up every once in a while with the hair all over the place and the pants with the laces on both sides. Yeah, that's looking good. John?
Yeah.
You're 18.
Yeah, I'm Tim Meadows' biggest fan.
Oh, hey, thanks, man.
No, hold on. Tim Meadows is Tim Meadows' biggest fan. How dare you?
I'm Tim Meadows Jr. What are you talking about?
Tell us why you love Tim Meadows so much.
Yeah, me and my friend, we like watch his show all the time on SNL. I was wondering if you had like a greatest hits thing coming out on video.
Yeah, actually we do. They had a best of Tim Meadows. When I say that, it sounds like I'm talking about Tide or Evian water or something.
Right.
They had a best of Tim Meadows, and it's coming out on video in like a few weeks, I think.
I'll pick that up.
Where were you? They'll advertise on Saturday Night Live?
Yeah, probably. I think you better get it at like Blockbuster or video stores or whatever.
And also like maybe on Comedy Central when they do the reruns and stuff like that.
Right.
All right.
Yeah, I got a bad grade because of you in class, Mr. Meadows.
What happened?
Like we were supposed to do a monologue and like I didn't do it, so she made me go up there anyways, and I did my own little ladies man thing, and like I got an F because of it.
Well, you shouldn't be saying wang in class.
Oh, yeah, I know. I did the whole Viagra bit, but
Yeah, no,
it's pretty funny though. And we did it. We have a video we made too.
Wow.
Like Tim Meadows, like I don't know.
That's-
Like I was Tim Meadows, and we taught this guy who's a pimp in training. So we did that. It was pretty funny.
Do a little ladies man for us, John.
Well, I wouldn't want to do the ladies man with Tim Meadows in my presence, if you know what I mean.
Well, that's pretty good.
I'll tell you, the other day, someone came into our store and they bought Cavassier, so I started laughing. Pretty funny.
That's great.
Yeah, I wonder if sales of Cavassier have gone up now that with the popularity of the ladies' man.
No, we have not gotten one free bottle of Cavassier.
Really?
Yeah. I think they're trying to distance themselves from us.
Seems like bad marketing to me. Jose?
Yeah, hello?
Hey.
Yeah, I have a little problem, and I'd like to ask Drew the question.
Yeah. All right.
Every time I'm, like, near some friends or whatever, my hands start to sweat, my palms.
Near some friends?
Yeah, not near people,
Anytime you get anxious talking to people.
Yeah.
Well, that's called hyperhidrosis, which just means sweaty palms. And there's some creams you can use for that, and sometimes they can even ablate the certain part of the nervous system that regulates sweating.
Yeah, listen, he's not going to get surgery for that. Hey, Jose?
Yeah.
And why do you get nervous around people, I guess, is the question.
It's just like, I just notice my hands, and...
Is it around girls or around everybody?
Practically everyone, Sometimes I have an easier time with it, and sometimes I don't.
Are you afraid to shake hands with people?
Sort of.
Yeah, I've been there.
You get sweaty palms?
Yeah, I used to.
Yeah, well, don't
And I started making a lot of money, and I got a lot of confidence in myself. It changed everything.
Well, plus he used some hundreds to mop up the sweat on his palms. He'd wipe himself down with a $100 bill and then shake hands.
I still have the problem with my ass, though.
My ass sweats a lot, too.
It's being out in Los Angeles does not make it easier either.
With the heat?
Yeah.
You got to make more money.
Adam's got Adam wears a pelt on his ass. That's why it sweats.
How dare you?
Right?
Yeah. Yeah, like
see?
it's a merkin is hair for the front. What would an askin?
A pelt.
A pelt. Yeah, I got a little sweat on my ass. I'm not ashamed to admit it. Yeah, if you sit like you sit in a vinyl seat on a hot day in a car and you don't have air conditioning and wearing a pair of slacks.
Forget it.
Oh yeah, it'll show through. Hey, Jose.
Yeah.
Hey, don't worry about it.
No?
No, it's no big deal. A lot of guys have that.
Yeah, but what if you're like near a girl, trying to hold her hand,
You know what I used to do is wipe my hands on my pants before I would touch something or somebody.
Yeah.
Yeah, and what about, and Drew, what about, and I'm a guy who sweats a lot, as you know, right?
Yeah, right.
And I've thought about this deodorant for different body parts, or antiperspirant for
Right.
different body parts.
Right.
What's wrong with a cream that does this? I mean, they have
it. Zirac?
Yeah, but that's a prescription thing.
Right.
What I'm saying is when you turn around antiperspirant, it's like aluminum diphosphate,
Right.
whatever, sulfite, whatever. That's the active
Right.
stop sweating ingredient, right?
Right.
But it smells like Old Spice and it's white. What about having that just come in a clear cream that you could rub on your hands before you went out on a date, or rub
you
on your
could eat.
forehead, or you could
There are
actually eat
clear,
it? Yeah.
there are clear versions out there.
What about taking some
Try
of
it.
that,
Try it.
taking a clear antiperspirant and rubbing it on your hand?
Try it.
You know that's not going to work, though, right?
I don't
Okay.
know. I
You're
don't
saying
know.
try it?
Try it.
All right. William,
Yeah,
you're 14?
yeah.
What's up?
Well, I was at a party last night, and, I had sex with this girl, and I forgot to wear a condom, but I didn't ejaculate because I was walked in on. And,
Who walked in on you?
actually, the person who was having the party.
Nice.
And, the person who was having the party, their mom walked in on us.
Really?
Yeah.
What room were you in?
It was like a storage room,
Storage room.
Yeah. And, so...
Who was stored in there?
He
I don't know,
was
it was
storing
just
his penis in this girl's vagina for the winter.
No, it was just like some couches and stuff,
I see.
And
Like every storage room has.
so we were just in there, and so she walked in on us, but it wasn't like she walked in on us right when we were finishing, or whatever. So
Right.
she didn't really see us or anything.
Okay, but the point is you didn't ejaculate.
Yeah, but I still want to know, is it possible for her to get pregnant?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Really?
Yep.
All right.
So what are you going to do?
Well, that's sort of why I called you.
Do you know the girl?
Yeah.
Yeah, or is she your girlfriend?
Yeah, sort of.
Okay, well, why don't you get her to take that morning after pill?
It
It seems
Yeah.
like the bigger thing is problem is like not having protection. Period.
In the first place.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I mean for diseases. I mean that would be my biggest concern,
Yeah, what about that?
especially when you're in a storage room and
Yeah.
it's not clean.
I don't know. I just didn't plan on it happening that night, and I just didn't bring it,
Yeah.
No, I understand. And also, you're like me. You don't want to jinx yourself with birth control.
Yeah.
Don't
Yeah,
people carry rubbers in wallets like they used to in the 50s?
The 50s.
I thought that was that's what they used to do.
Hey, William?
Yeah.
Yeah, you got to start using condoms if you're going to be having her. Get her on the pill,
Yeah.
and then you got to get her this morning after pill.
Do you know what
All right.
that is?
Yeah, I was talking to some people about it.
And how are you going to get it?
I don't know, if it's something like this, I'll probably just go right into the store and get it.
Hell,
And the store that's around there, I know she lives around
where do you live?
in L.A. area.
Yeah, William, you don't know what the hell you're talking about.
Yeah, I do.
No. Look,
Yeah.
you need a prescription.
Oh, I do?
Yeah, it's very important.
You've got to try Planned Parenthood or call a doctor or take her to the emergency room, and you only have 72 hours with which to do that.
I got a hypothetical question for you, Drew.
All right.
What percentage of folks who are against the 2-week waiting period for handguns are for a non-prescription for this birth control, for this morning after?
Yeah, I don't know.
I may have tangled that explanation up, but you know what I'm saying?
That if you are more for guns, are you also against the morning after pill?
It was sort of a rhetorical question. I would bet you the people that argue vehemently about why we don't need the 2-week waiting period for a handgun or 2-month or 3-week or whatever it is would argue for the prescription for this morning after pill and argue why 14-year-olds like William over here couldn't just walk in and go get it for themselves.
And yet, as you and I have talked about, the people on the right tend to be so, if you convince them that it's for the good of the health of the young people, they drop their BS more likely than...
Yeah, that's when they're drunk after they've just given a speech.
Okay.
It doesn't get worked into the speech. You see what I'm saying?
Yes.
All right, thank you very much. Here we go. William.
Yeah.
Wait a minute, we just talked to you. I'm sorry. I'm going to talk to Michelle. Michelle,
Hi.
you're 20. What's going on?
Well, what's going on is that
I'm having trouble enjoying or getting to climax when my boyfriend is penetrating. And doing so, I really try to get into it. I try to mentally, because I know it's all mental.
Yeah.
I start trying to like think about what's going on, but I only enjoy it once he's like going down on me.
Yeah. That's about half of all women.
Oh,
Half.
I can't stand that. You know,
Why?
I really.
Let me tell you, that's half of 3/4 of women, which makes 75% of 100%, right?
Yeah. Why is that?
Okay.
Why does that drive you so crazy?
Because I'm a very sexual person. I'm the kind of person that would like to, I enjoy trying to entice my boyfriend. I want to make him happy. I want to, I'm sexual, but I can't. The reason it drives me crazy is because I want to enjoy it too. I want to, it's like I know that feeling of climaxing, but why when I'm, having sex, when I'm doing intercourse, I just feel I should, And what makes it worse too is that he goes really fast.
Well, ask him, get him to slow down.
Yeah, well,
No, I mean, he orgasms real fast.
He orgasms really fast.
I
yes.
see.
Not that his ass moves at hyperspeed, right? So, all right, so maybe if he could hold out for a little while, you might have an orgasm?
Yeah, well, maybe, but you know what? Sometimes it gets to the point where I'm like, well, I don't think this is going to happen, so I think I should just let him go and I'm done, I give up, and...
Oh, but wait a minute, but I thought he comes real fast.
Well, he does, but see, I try to enjoy it while he's going, while we're having intercourse.
What's the longest he's able to sustain?
Geez, I would say maybe 10 minutes.
And even with that, you get sort of bored with it after a while?
Yeah.
So it's not about his sustaining.
Well...
No, well, let me explain. Hold on a second. 10 minutes. 10 minutes is...
Not including the foreplay.
10 minutes is 3 rounds of boxing. with the break in between, or actually that kicks you up to 11. But you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Is it that long? Because, the average Tyson fight's only a round or so.
Okay, then you know what, now that I think about
Yeah.
it, it's more like a 3-second.
Oh, my God.
No, really.
How'd you like to get downgraded 7,000%? You know what I mean? That's your biggest nightmare. It's like, how long's Adam good for? 45 an hour. How long? 25 seconds?
No, really, yeah.
See, the thing about it, let me tell you what I have to explain time and distance to women all the time. Mm-hmm. This is where they have trouble. This is why they can't parallel park. You understand? Because it's like you tell your woman all the time, listen, that van, it's a mile behind us. Go ahead and pull. I'll never make it. I can't even see I can't even tell what color that van is from here. Just go ahead and pull into the curb. No way, I'll never make it. So you have 80 feet in front of you and 100 feet behind you. I'll never make it. Women, and they do this with time, too. 10 minutes. Like, we all, Drew, if you got a, when you got a man in you?
That's why this is 8 inches, and that was 10 minutes. It's a good thing.
Right. I know it's good, but I mean, if some guy is plowing you for 10 straight, that's a while. Yeah. That's Stairway to Heaven twice. Or Stairway to Heaven and maybe like Love Me Do or something. I don't know how long Stairway to Heaven is. That's a pretty long stint.
Wait a minute. 10 minutes is a long time?
Okay, now wait a minute. Now, hold on now, Tim. I know this is sounding bad for me.
I'm just surprised that you guys are like, yeah, it's just 10 minutes.
But here's our perspective of how long 10 minutes actually is perceived.
Yeah.
You may think it's going 10 minutes, but it may be 3.
What I'm saying is if a woman is complaining about her man coming very quickly,
it's not 10 minutes.
It ain't 10 minutes.
Right.
It may be 10 minutes from the time he takes his pants off, goes down on her, screws around for a while, puts his thumb in her butt, and gets in and gets out. And 10 minutes from the time he unzips his pants till he's standing in front of the refrigerator, smelling his fingers. That's 10 minutes, but not 10 minutes inside of her. That's what I'm saying.
Oh, okay.
You see what I'm saying?
Thanks for clearing that up.
All right. So, Michelle?
Yes.
Okay, so it's a shorter period of time that he's inside of you.
Yeah.
All right. So.
And maybe if that would last a little longer, maybe you could have your orgasm.
It's the point where I'm trying to put 2 and 2 together. Okay, maybe if he's going too fast, maybe that's the reason, or maybe I just can't seem to get into it. I'm very self-conscious.
No.
I don't know.
Okay, well, here's the deal. You're 20 years old, and most women don't have a vaginal orgasm, as they say, at 20.
Okay.
All right?
Sorry, she's devastated.
Well, I know because she's a very sexual person. Except for every time her boyfriend gets on her, she's thinking about enjoying it instead of enjoying it.
Trying to enjoy it, yeah.
Yeah, just because you got a pair of stiletto heels and wear too much mascara doesn't make you a real sexual person.
Okay.
It's like,
Any advice though? Anything that might be able to?
well, I think you need to stop thinking about enjoying it.
Okay.
Just be in the moment.
Yeah, dim the lights a little, put some music on, have a glass of red wine, and see if you can get into it a little bit.
Okay.
You know what I mean? You got to lose yourself.
Okay.
Yeah. All right.
Punch him in the face.
Oh, Tim.
Yeah.
You're awesome.
Oh, thank you very much.
I'll think of you when.
Yeah.
You know.
I got a better plan. Tell your boyfriend to think of Tim. See if he can add 10 minutes. Thinking of the ladies' man. All right. We will take ourselves a little break. When we come back, we'll talk to Allison, who doesn't want to end up like her mom, who's a slut. That's fantastic. And Drew, I've heard you say the same thing about you and your mother. Is that true? No. After this. Hey. It is Loveline. I'm Adam Carolla. It's Dr. Drew. Tim Meadows is here tonight, a.k.a. Leon Phelps, the ladies' man. Coming out this Friday, the 13th, this movie's got, let me see who else is in this. Billy D. Williams is in this, and who the hell
Tiffany
else?
Amber Thiessen.
Right.
Who's now Tiffany Thiessen.
Drop the Amber.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
Who else? Will Ferrell.
Will Ferrell's a real funny guy.
The funniest dude I've ever met.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah. He's very talented.
Really,
I was
really
just,
funny dude.
Watching him on Saturday Night Live. He is very stellar. Very stellar. And who else?
We have some other cameos in it, too. Mark McKinney, Kevin McDonald from Kids in the Hall.
Right.
Who else? I don't know who else.
Well, you got the
I've only seen the movie once.
The Earl Watson.
Earl Watson?
Oh, wait, did he
No,
edit
he's
her?
an editor.
Oh, he's editor. Well, listen.
He shouldn't be in the movie.
People enjoy Earl Watson's work. We have a very discerning crowd that listens to this show. Or are they just stoned 14-year-olds? I can't remember. But they know of Watson. They know his work as an editor. They know he's worked on, they know he's worked on... I'm trying to find
House Party.
Yeah, you know, he's worked on House Party.
House Party too.
Yeah. Oh, most of them know him from Boomerang.
Yeah.
Fast-paced action sequences in that film.
Yeah.
It's beautiful editing.
Huh?
All right. Take ourselves talk to Allison. Allison,
Yeah.
you 19?
Yes, I am.
What's up?
Well, I kind of have this fear of becoming my mother.
I see.
And why is that fearful?
Why is that fearful? Because I don't want to be a slut. She's not anymore, but she was.
Well, how was she a slut?
How was she a slut? During the course of her marriage to my father, she cheated on him several times.
I see.
And to hear her talk now, because we used to live in California,
Ooh.
she was talking to her friend the other day and stuff, and she's just like, Aslan, tell Jenny how I slept with... Shut up, John! Sorry, my roommate. They're listening to me on the radio.
I see.
Anyway.
She was telling her friend what?
How she slept with?
She would talk about how, walking down the streets of San Francisco, you point out on a guy and she'd say she'd sleep with him or would have slept with him.
That's nice.
So, yeah.
It's nice to overhear your mom talking that way.
Yeah, it's great.
All right.
Did you say anything to her when you heard her talk like that?
No, I just laugh at her and accept it because I don't know how else to deal with her.
Are your parents still married?
No.
Was your mom an addict?
She was at one time.
Yeah, it sounds like she's a sex addict.
No.
And yes, that's what that's what sex addicts do, Allison.
Well, wait a minute. You mean they're addicted to a substance and to sex?
No,
85
you used to do crank.
85% of addicts are also sex addicts.
Really?
85%.
Got to hit one of those meetings.
It didn't help that my father was in the Navy and was away all the time. I mean, I know that.
But listen, this thing of going down the street and wanting to sleep with anybody is a sex addict.
Okay, well, hold on. Why is it so important that you convince the poor woman's daughter?
First of all, why did I magically know she was a sex? That she was an addict?
Well, because everyone who calls this show's parents are junkies. Allison, we don't let them through. That's our screening process. Was your mom a junkie? No, I'm sorry. Let's put you on hold. So, listen.
Well,
all you have to do is keep your legs shut for a couple months at a time, and you'll be fine, right?
Or are you an addict?
No, I've had sex with two guys.
Well, that's fine.
Well, No, because I lost my virginity 2 months ago to a guy I just met the week before.
All right, but you're 19.
Yeah, and that ended because I slept with his friend. But I rationalized it all, and it just doesn't seem right.
So you have no momentum with any drugs or alcohol yourself?
No, I know you always... I know on the show you always go back into the background of childhood. I mean, I was molested, but I don't know if that would have anything to do with it.
Who molested you?
A neighbor. No, when I was 3, it was my babysitter.
Right.
And then when I was 8, it was my neighbor's boyfriend. And then when I was 12, my stepdad used to pretend like he was me.
Hey, Allison?
Wow.
Hold on a second. First off, everyone's played that game with their stepdad. My stepdad, John, and I did that. He was an electronics engineer over at Lockheed. We used to do that stuff. Sure.
What'd you call it?
It's innocent. We just call it the BF game. We'd say it. I can't say the whole thing on the air. Yeah.
Well, Allison certainly didn't hold back.
No. Hey, Allison?
Yeah.
Where'd you go to finishing school?
I'm sorry.
Okay, we're on the radio, right,
I
Screwball?
know, I forgot.
Okay, so your stepdad used to
Pretend to sodomize me.
to sodomize you.
Well, we would be wrestling and stuff, and, like, the thing would be to, like, we'd be wrestling on the bed because he used to watch us while my mom was at work, and I stayed with her on the weekends.
I
And
see.
me and my sister would be there.
And he'd pretend and...
Yeah, like, because I didn't know what it was, and he would, like, grab my behind. I'd be holding onto the corner of the bed, and he'd grab me by the hips and, like, pull me up against his pelvic region, like, several times in a row.
Well, now, to be fair to him, he was probably just simulating doggy action.
Yes, let's be fair.
Oh,
let's
probably.
be fair.
I mean, understandable.
I mean, I'm saying, until we hear his side of the story with the BF, let's not railroad the guy. Let's not jump to any conclusions here. It was probably just doggy.
Everyone else likes him, so I mean, Mom's still with him. So.
All right, well, listen, Allison, here's the deal. You're not going to turn out like your mom. I'm sorry. Josh.
She's got the history.
I'm trying to convince her she's not going to turn out like her mom. You're very angry at your mom, and the reason you have the right to be angry at your mom because she was a horrible mother, and she remarried some guy who would do the BF game with you while he was watching you. Now, I understand you got a ton of anger at your mom, and you focus it in this sort of slut way and all this kind of thing, but that's more the issue than whether you're going to turn out like your mom. You know what I'm saying?
Well, yeah, I mean, but I don't know.
Although you have reason to be concerned, your history is sort of a setup for sexual compulsivity.
All right, but she's 19. She had sex with 2 guys.
That's good. And mom's an addict. She has about a 50% chance of inheriting that gene. So those 2 things could create some very powerful energy.
Okay, but at age 19...
She's done okay.
It would have reared its head by now. Don't you think?
I would think so.
Although, I never popped a prescription pill or took a sip of booze, really.
And now look.
Until I'm like Elvis now.
Yeah, see?
I swear to Christ, and I was fine before I met Drew.
That momentum can keep going.
Before I met Drew. Interesting.
That's the problem.
It's never too late, is what I'm saying. I swear to God, I probably drank 2 bottles of red wine in my entire life up until about 3 years ago.
Nice.
Yeah.
So I sit here and preach at you about the consequences of all that, and you just plug away.
It doesn't affect me, man. As a matter of fact, I'm funnier when I'm high. I drive better and I'm funnier. Those are the 2 things I do better when I'm high. All right, brother? And you're bringing me down. And I can replace your ass. Because I know you've been plotting with Ann to get rid of me, man. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
No.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I hear things.
Ann.
Oh, yeah. And don't play Miss Happy Puss with me. I know what's going on. And Anderson, you're not out of the woods either. I know what all of you are doing. Don't think I don't know.
Come on, don't be such a pussy.
I keep an eye on all of you. I got my ear to the ground, man. Dan?
Yeah?
You're 19?
Yeah.
What's up?
I want to say, first of all, I respect all your opinions. You guys got the best show on.
Well, thanks.
I want to tell Drew that I respect his opinion. And
well, hold on a second, Drew.
Yeah.
Apparently, Dan respects your opinion.
That's
Did you
good.
get that?
That's nice.
All right.
All right. Well, the morning after pill is going to be within like testing phases in certain states right now because a recent article came out. So that's a plus for it. But
you talking about? Are you
talking about morning
46?
after pill or are you 46?
A morning after pill.
Which one? No, wait a minute. Are you talking about emergency contraception, or are you talking about RU486?
I know about RU486, but then the emergency contraception is going to be in testing phase for over-the-counter release in
That's
California.
True. That is true.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
Great.
It's about time.
Yeah.
But I want to say that the FDA made a publishing when they released it that it has it prohibits implantation as well.
It has the potential of doing that. That they can't rule out that as a potential of how it works. Which, by the way, if you read your birth control pill, that's how the birth control pill works too. And by the way, there are 3 anti-inflammatories out there that are used routinely on women of childbearing age that also have the same potential. Now, are you going to eliminate all those things too because of that
By
potential?
golly, we should, yes.
If you go read the science, Dan, what you'll find is that the effectiveness of that morning after pill correlates precisely. Wait a minute, with its ability to suppress ovulation.
You sound like the professor from the Gilligan's Island. You talk that way. You know when he would whip up that mumbo jumbo about nothing. You ever watch your professor now
coconut,
as an adult, and you hear him talking, and you go, "Oh my God, he's full of crap." Like, he's talking about generating power from the coconuts and how he could fire up the weather balloon, and that could float Gilligan on some sort of Gulf Stream air current to the mainland of China in almost no time. It was always like nonsense.
Yes.
But you didn't know it. Now you know it.
You know what?
Turns out that whole show is fiction. Dan?
Yeah, well, the morning, the contraception.
Okay, all right. Listen, aren't you late for some kind of D&D rally or something?
Never touched that game before.
Dan, how about you? Well, here's my point. Here's the thing that's ironic.
I want to finish talking to
No, wait a minute.
Because what people don't understand.
Yeah, okay, but here's what I find ironic, and this is the problem with the United States. The guys who know the most about it need it the least. Dan ain't getting laid for a good 100 years.
He's doing a lot of reading now.
Oh, yeah.
Studying up.
He is the most prepared guy in the world. He's never going to use it.
It'll be the conversation on the first date with a girl. So let's talk about the morning after pill.
I took the liberty of putting some in your mashed potatoes while you're at the bathroom. I hope that suits you. What? Where are you? What?
Why are you leaving?
All right. Listen, Dan.
Huh?
Are you virgin?
Yeah.
Yes?
Yeah.
Shocking. So it's like you're an expert on this, but yet you don't need it. Right?
Well, I'm doing a report on it.
I would suggest you go, if you're doing a report, I suggest you go look at the primary documents, and you'll see.
I did look at the documents. I went to the emergency contraception website, and they said that.
You go to the primary studies.
Yeah, the primary studies from the FDA, too.
Not on the website. Go actually pull the studies.
No, I went to the journals, too.
All right.
And what you'll see is...
Don't argue with
let me discuss it with him.
I want to get more of a profile
And
on
what you'll
Dan.
see is that's one of the things that they put down as a potential. Now, if you go read about other contraceptives, they have the same potential. And I suggest you go look up Mobic and Vioxx and Celebrex, which are very commonly prescribed anti-inflammatories, and you'll see they do the same thing.
Good. Hey, Dan?
Well, I'm just saying the argument comes from people thinking that the fertilizer...
Right. They think that. They think that. If they believe that, then they should outlaw those anti-inflammatories and all oral contraceptives. And if they do that, I have no argument with them, because that would be philosophically consistent. But if you're going to take a potential problem and eliminate a very effective contraception because of its a potential of doing that, then you're making a big mistake, I think.
I'm not
now
arguing
shut
with
Drew's mic off, please.
Well, I'm not arguing with you guys.
Good.
I'm just putting that out on the table.
All right, let's talk. Is this an oral report?
Huh? No, it's a writing report.
You see. And what about just doing one on the Phantom toll booth like I did? Don't you think that'd be easier?
I think I slept through the doldrums on that.
Oh. Ooh. You're not making fun of Talk, the dog with the clock in his belly, are you?
You were
smart.
14
Let
when
me
you
give
did
you
that,
guys. Let me give everyone a tip. The only book I ever read was The Phantom Toll Booth through my scholastic years, and I read it in like the 5th or 6th grade, or somebody read it to me or something. I got 9 reports out of that book. People, you got to write book reports. It's not like you got the same teacher next year. You know what I mean? And then when you get into high school, it's a whole new set of teachers. You get many, many reports. And I'm not saying hand in the same report. Hone it. Sure, the one you turned in Mrs. Parker's class in the 5th grade is not going to be good enough for Mr. Bernal's class in the 10th grade. You got to punch it up a little bit. And that's what I did. I made rock soup. You understand?
Yeah, I understand.
That's how I got where I am.
Yeah.
That's why I was immediately able to enter the carpet cleaning business after high school. No waiting. You see what I mean?
And you were sort of recommended over into ceramics at that point.
Yeah, that's where my counselor recommended ceramics as a major for me. Just, it wasn't one of the prouder moments of my parents. Yeah. Your son, well, what do you major in? Ceramics? That's good. So what's the difference between a pinch pot and a coil pot? Well, I mean, you got time? Sit down. Oh, yeah. All right. Dan, I knew Dan was a virgin because Dan was 19 and sounded like, what, 13?
Yeah.
Guys, Tim, I always say guys' voices change. And that's not even so much their voice, but just sort of their cadence changes once they start getting late. Because we talk to 11-year-olds on this show.
Sound 53.
Yeah. They sound like Barry White.
Yeah.
You know, they... Says finger in my bitch. Well, she's in the 5th grade. I'm in the 6th. She's a tight piece of ass, so. A lot of people say she could be in the 6th. I think she's held back a bit, but saw hair on her.
And then you have guys like Dan.
You got Dan who's like, hold on. Oh, sorry, got my bow tie in my mouth. Hold on. I got excited. I inhaled too hard and the bow tie went in my mouth. All right. We'll take ourselves a little break. Tim Meadows is our guest. Ladies' Man coming out this Friday. That's right. And we'll be back after this. I'm Carolla.
Now I understand where you guys get your sense of humor.
Tim Meadows is our guest tonight. We were just talking about not getting laid and the difference. See, here's the deal. When you become an adult and you hang around with a bunch of other adults and half of them or 3/4 of them are married or have steady boyfriends or girlfriends, everyone is having fairly regular sex. And if they're not, it's because they choose not to. But we were just talking during the break that when you're 15, 16, 17, out of a group of 4 or 5 guys, there's one guy usually who's getting a ton of tail, and then there's the other 4 who just want to hear about it. And it's such a big deal. I could remember my buddy Chris. I mean, on like a Friday night, he's heading up the hill. Where are you going? I'm getting laid. Oh, tonight? Yeah. You going? Yeah. Oh. Wait. Can I go? No, dude. Why not? Well, because I'm getting laid. Oh, what's it like? It's good. Me and Zeb are going to make popcorn balls. You sure you don't want to hang out? Are you nuts? Now, come on, let me borrow your moped. Why, so you can get laid? Well, listen, you're one of us. Might as well one of us get laid. Now, let me borrow your moped. You know, and Tim was talking about that. The worst part is when you're not getting laid, your buddy's getting laid, and you're driving him up.
Yeah.
Like, dude's like, listen, drop me off. Give me about 45 minutes. Just listen to radio out in the car or something. But shut the engine off because I don't want her getting spin. You know, it's like you end up then, like, and get some paper towels or something. You know, it's like you end up being the guy who's chauffeuring around the guy who's getting laid. Or Tim was telling us about his friends, folks going out of town, his friends getting some in his house and Tim not getting any. My friends would use my room to have sex in, too.
Yeah.
Although I wasn't having any of it.
I thought they used your room to crap in.
They had crap in my room, too. Usually after the sex.
They'd have crap in
Take
your
a
bed.
crap. And it was just horrible and humiliating.
It is like some sort of weird pagan, bizarre ritual going on in your house.
Yeah, they used to like to leave a nice log in the toilet.
Toilet? I thought they did it on your pillow or something.
Oh, well, that's happened too. But you know how certain like Zorro had his calling card. You know, certain heroes have their calling card. My friend's a big dump in the toilet, and usually a Playboy or two spread out in sort of a half fan, you know, in front of the toilet. And I was like Tonto. I'd come in there, I was like, seat still warm. He not long off. He no travel many moon. Yes, Duke. The Duke still in one piece. It not break up in water. He nearby. I smell him. Yes, it is fresh. All right. All right. So now we're all getting laid. Fantastic. And Drew was getting some in high school, by the way. Larry?
Hey, what's up?
What is up?
Not much. I just wanted to congratulate Tim on a long career and long overdue on a feature film.
Oh, thanks a lot, man.
Hey, how's it feel, seeing all those guys come and go and all those years on Saturday Night Live and finally getting your due?
It feels okay. I mean, I've been very happy for my friends that have been successful, and it's just part of the job.
How can the movie be any better than 2 or 3 minutes on Saturday night? That skit is so funny. I'll be surprised if it's better. Tell you the truth. I mean, I don't see how you can get it any better than what you do on Saturday Night Live.
Well, hold on, Larry. Let me answer that question if you don't mind. It's like saying, how can this one fork full of delicious pie be any better? Well, here's the answer. You get the whole pie. You understand? You get a second bite.
Yeah.
And maybe a jug of milk to wash it down.
And you know what? You won't get sick of it either. It's just the right amount of pie to eat.
I probably haven't been out to see a new movie for some time, but I told my wife when I saw the commercial, I said, well, you can go with me if you want, but I'm going to this one. So.
Oh, cool. Yeah, I hope you like it.
Congratulations to Dr. Drew and you and Adam also. Great show. I probably learned more about kids on this show than I have raised in 2 or 3, so keep it up. I appreciate it.
All right, Larry.
Thanks a lot.
Take care of yourself.
Thanks.
Oh, a rare, coherent, complimentary caller to Loveline. God bless him.
He was calling a different show.
Chase?
Hey, what's up, guys?
You're 21. What's going on?
Not too much. What's up, Tim?
Hi, how you doing, man?
Pretty good. I called you guys. I've actually probably called a lot this year. But basically, my thing is I stopped hanging around some of the same friends that I was hanging around and quit smoking weed for a second time this year. But basically, I've been really depressed. I was depressed even when I was on it.
Sure, that's sort of typically what happens is you get real high like the third time you ever use it. Then you start thinking about it and using it every day thereafter. And somewhere between 1 and 10 years, it stops working. You start getting depressed, forgetful, anxious, sometimes panic.
All that's happened, but it even happened. I mean, I've been having
and then when
depression before I started smoking weed.
Well, it makes it worse. And then when you stop, then it can get really bad for about 6 months. So it's important if you're going to stop smoking pot that you do it in a supervised way.
Well, I remember yesterday, I don't know if this has anything to do with the weed or stop to eat, I guess, or not hanging out with my friends or whatever, but I took like a whole bunch of sleeping pills yesterday.
Yeah, you got to talk to somebody because the incidence of suicide in the first 6 months of marijuana abstinence is surprisingly high.
Well, all right. Hey, Chase?
Yeah.
All right, get some help.
All right.
Watch The Ladies' Man on Friday, and then forget your worries.
Talk to a psychiatrist,
just an hour and a half.
psychiatrist who's used to dealing with addiction, okay?
Okay.
And they can usually help you with this.
Well, let me ask you this. Is there any, basically I ended up throwing up at the end of the night, and I just wanted to know, is there anything that could have done to damage me inside or anything like that?
What were the pills you took?
Mostly they were Tylenol PM.
Tylenol can be, you take a bunch of Tylenol, that is very dangerous. That is one of the most lethal ingestions you can take. So I actually suggest you go to an emergency room right now and make sure your liver's okay, because your liver can shut down 3 days later.
Oh, really?
Absolutely. I mean, this is like critically important. You only have a certain number of hours which to get the antidote. And what they can do is measure the level of acetaminophen, Tylenol in your blood now, and sort of estimate what the peak levels were and determine how much of the antidote they can give you.
Are you a real doctor or just a love doctor?
Yeah. Well, that's a serious thing.
Okay, let me, all right. But he threw it up. How big a difference does that make?
No, maybe not much.
Well, should we ask him whether they were, when he threw up, could you make out the pills?
You know what? That happened before, but this time I didn't make out any pills or anything. And
it's very serious.
How many did you take?
There's about 24 in the bottle, so I think about like 12 or 13.
Yeah, 8 is enough to kill someone. So it really is.
Isn't that a Dick Van Patten sitcom?
No.
Is that something else? 8 is enough. It's just 8 is enough. They chopped. There's originally the working title was 8 is enough to kill someone, and then they just went they just start calling it 8 is enough during the pilot, and eventually it just stuck.
Yeah, that's good.
Hey, Adam.
Yeah.
I do remember one thing you were talking about, the sports teams, how they always make up the teams.
Yeah, they make up the teams and they make up the colleges.
They usually don't make up the teams in baseball, though. That's the only sport that I've seen that they keep it real in.
They do, yeah. They do seem to be able to get away with that. I never see it in football or basketball.
What, on movies?
They do a movie, and they'll use the Yankees or something.
Yeah.
You're talking about the Alan Alda, George Plimpton, Detroit Lions?
Paper Tiger?
What did I say, Paper Tiger?
No, it's Paper Lion.
Yeah, Paper
Lion.
Yeah. I didn't cry when I saw that.
Yeah.
But then I saw Brian's song. All right, we will take ourselves a little break. Ladies and man is our guest tonight. We'll be back after this. Oh, there you go. I want to thank Tim Meadows for coming in here and hanging out with us, even though he's got jet lag and he's on a grind.
Thank you very much for having me.
He's more awake now. It's like back to I'm ready to the next day. You come around to the next day already.
I'll tell you what, Timmy.
I don't know what happened.
We're going to go back to my pad. We're going to do some blow until we got this VH1 thing about 9 a.m.
Yeah.
You'll just be hitting your stride by that. We'll play video games and do crank.
Oh.
You got to be out about 8:30, 8:45?
Yeah.
No problem.
I'll stay at your place until about 6.
No problem.
And then we just go walk.
Yeah, watch the sun come up. I mean, it won't be a gay thing. It's
No,
cool.
not
It's
at
cool.
all.
It's cool. I mean, I'll just get in your next movie, that's all. All right, the ladies' man, coming out Friday the 13th. Billy D. Williams, the great Billy D. Williams will be here. The legendary Billy D. Williams will be in here tomorrow night to talk about what it's like being Billy D. Williams.
And the ladies' man.
And the ladies' man. So until next time, it's Adam Carolla for Dr. Drew saying mahalo.
This has been Loveline. The opinions expressed on this show are not necessarily those of the staff, management, sponsors, or this station. The producer